in partnership by Mad Maps.
Alright guys, what's up? It's a new day here. God, that sun's so bright. We are going to install the Deaver rear leaf springs now. I already had the truck jacked up. We're about to take out the wheels, and same thing for the front. I'm gonna go ahead and run through one side and then bring you guys along for the other side so that I can give you guys more quality tips and tricks on how to do this. See you guys then. Alright guys, so we're back here. We are now on the left side of the truck. I'm done with the right side. It's actually really easy to do this now that I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna fly through it. All right, just real quick, all you don't need an impact, but you need a 22 mil for your lugs, either an adjustable wrench or a 5/16 wrench, a 21 millimeter socket, 5/16 socket in addition to the wrench, a 21 millimeter wrench also, a ball peen hammer, a breaker bar, or a torque wrench, also a 1/2 inch ratchet. So now that we have the wheels off and we are jacked up on the diff, in addition to jacking up the diff, we all know that I don't have jack stands, but I am using the truck jack to hold up the body because we will have to drop this side of the diff. While this wheel is off, keep this wheel on. That will allow the diff to go down at an angle so you can get the leaf springs out. I did use some dry lube for these bushings in the new leaf springs. I just laid the leaf springs next to each other. So this one came out of this side, and I just laid them down next to each other to figure out which one is which. But in general, this fat end will be going towards the front of the truck, because there's like an actual cradle that sits there that you're gonna put this in, and it holds it in place while you slide the back in. These U-bolts, as you can see, they're bent, but whenever I held it up next to the stock U-bolts, they're exactly the same size. So I just went ahead and used the stock ones because I know that those fit, and I'm not strong enough to bend that. These look like they're straight, but I don't know. I actually used a ratchet strap. And what I do is attach the ratchet strap from the axle to the frame, because you're going to want to pull the axle forward to line up the center pin, which I'll show later. Alright guys, so like usual in my videos, I'm running out of daylight. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to drop this bolt and the bolt over here for the fuel tank, and what it looks like it is just straps. And so hopefully that'll come down, and that'll come down enough to where I can get access to this bolt without having to drop the whole fuel tank. All right guys, whoo! So I got the fuel tank dropped. I was right, it's just those two bands, but you also have to disconnect the filler neck. But now that that is down, now we can get access to this bolt and all the other bolts. But like I said, first I'm going to start off with taking this shock bolt, then these two U-bolts, then we're gonna take down the leaf spring. Man, that was tough. All right, I'll see you guys whenever I have this shock and the U-bolts off. All right guys, so as you can see, I now have the shock disconnected, have the U-bolts off. We're gonna disconnect back here first. This is gonna swing down, and that's that coupling that I was talking about, where it holds onto a leaf spring. So then once we get back there down, then we can get up here down or off. We can just slide the whole leaf spring out, and then we'll grab the new leaf spring and replace it. New development: to get this bolt out, you're gonna have to drop your spare tire, because this bolt will hit right there. So yeah, just go ahead and drop your tire. If you don't know, that's how you drop it, right there. Get that bolt out, keep on going. The leaf spring is out, new leaf spring's here. Got the bushings. And like I said, the fat end is gonna go in there. Go ahead and slide your bolt in there. Don't tighten these all the way, because you are gonna have to adjust it for the center pin. But once that's in there, then you can pick up the rear end and slide that bad boy up in there. And then what you can do is you can put a 21 mil on this nut right here, and it will move this bracket back and forth so that you can easily slide the bolt in. I got a little bit ahead of myself. I got the leaf spring in. I did have to use that bolt up there to pull the bracket back. And then I had the ratchet strap. Instead of it being too far forward, well, instead of it being too far back, it was too far forward this time, so I had to pull the axle backwards. Hooked it onto the little tow hook back there. I pulled the axle backwards, and then I went ahead and threw in this U-bolt. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the other U-bolt, put the shock back onto the mount, which isn't too hard. I just need to drop the jack a little bit and then slide that bolt in. Super easy. And then tighten that bolt, tighten the U-bolts, and then tighten the front and rear bolts, and then get this gas tank back up. So I have everything put back together. Thankfully it's not as dark as it was last time, but it is getting there. One thing I will say is, if you're gonna do this, try to have your fuel tank empty, and most definitely do this on a lift, and also have a friend. This was not easy. That fuel tank was easily the hardest part of this entire install, and I know you guys can't even see it, but everything's back in. I do plan on getting some Timberland bump stops for front and rear, but that can come at a later date. And then we're gonna put the tire on. Imagine if it has this much rake, because I haven't lifted the front yet. That would be insane. I should have took a measurement beforehand and then after, but I'll take a measurement once I put it down, and then I'm sure there's information out there of the height stock, so I'll probably throw that up on the screen. So after I got everything put back together, me and the wife, we actually went to go get something to eat, so I don't have any pictures of the gnarly rake that the truck has going on right now. But what I will say is, before we left, the left side of the truck was about 1 inch to 1.5 inches lower because of the fuel tank. And then once we got to the restaurant, I took these pictures. The picture on the left side is the driver's side, and the picture on the right side is the passenger side. So it was only off about by 1/2 inch. And I actually went ahead and ordered the Peak Suspension Chevy Lean Shim, which is 10 mil, so that should help. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and peace.
You ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?